welcome back. So I have decided to move to the table since I am a bit white. And I am going to go over how I am fermenting these green beans and these carrots. So I'm going to make some gingered carrots, and the green beans, I'm just going to do some garlic and onion with them. Now, I didn't have a lot of each, so I'm just going to do 1 jar of each. This is a good way to preserve if you have some that you need to use up, or also just to preserve them. They're so healthy. They're just, having fermented food is so good for your gut health. I mean, I know I read one study. It was by Dr. McCullough, and Dr. McCullough took a couple tablespoons of sauerkraut, which is fermented food. This is going to be very similar to that, and he tested it, and the lactobacillus, which is the probiotics that is in fermented food, was as high as his best quality probiotic. So this is so much less expensive, you guys. So you could just make fermented food. I made that fermented applesauce the other day. I can link that below. The sauerkraut, I can link that below. I like to have a variety of foods. So even that fermented applesauce, it does not taste fermented. I tasted it the other day, and it tastes like applesauce. You could put a little bit in your oatmeal in the morning to sweeten it, or just have a little bit on the side so the hot oatmeal doesn't cook it. It's delicious. So just getting a couple tablespoons of fermented food with each meal is so good for you. I can't even stress how much. So anyway, and it's so cheap. Really, all we use is some good quality water. So this I just took out of my filter water, and some good quality salt. So now this, I just buy this in bulk. You can get it either at like any bulk store, like Azure Standard. I get this on Costco, and I just refill this. This is pink Himalayan salt. You can use any, like Redmond's. You don't want to use iodized salt. That is not good for you. It's not good for your food. Any salt that's white isn't really not good for you either. When it's white, it's bleached, and you just don't want to put bleach in your body. So any kind of good quality salt. So I just took a quart size, and you want it kind of warm or lukewarm, and I took 2 tablespoons of the salt, and I'm just kind of letting it dissolve in here. All right, and then I know last time I did my beans, I kind of left them long. You can leave them long. They're actually, you can pack them in there long. I like them that way. You can just pull them out and have them as a little treat, a little snack. Honestly, I'm just being lazy today. Like I said earlier, real life, not feeling great, getting this done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get those green beans done first. So I'm going to put a little bit of garlic at the bottom of my jar here. And then I'm going to layer this. So I put some garlic, and then I'm going to put some onion. I just chopped up just any kind of onion you have. So I'm going to put some onion down there. And then I'm going to put a layer of green beans. Kind of just do 2 handfuls. Then I'm going to repeat. I'm just putting a little bit of garlic. I'm going to put a little layer of onions. And, whoops, I dropped an onion a green bean in the onion. And then, and like I said, these are just some vegetables. Oh, it looks like I'm going to actually end up having more green beans. I'm going to probably do 2 jars of the green beans, and then I'll just have to get a regular jar for my carrots, which is perfectly fine, because then I can just show you the different ways of how to ferment. So, perfect. And then I'll just do a little bit. I'll just keep repeating here. And then just a couple onions. And, well, that's awesome. Then I'll get 2. So let's do this. So then I just kind of pack them down in there pretty good. So we don't want any air in there. All right, I'll just put a couple more green beans in there. And then I'm probably going to end up having to make more brine. So what I'll probably do is I'll do the carrots in this one, and then I'll just make another one with just the green beans so you can see. So then I'm just going to, I need this again, pour the brine. The secret is you want your vegetables completely covered with liquid. You don't want any of the vegetables sticking out, because that's how they get yucky or moldy. So what I use is a weight. You can use a jelly jar to put in there. Another thing you can use is like a piece of cabbage. If you have a piece of cabbage, you can put that over the top. Basically, you want something that's going to keep the vegetables underneath the liquid. So I just put this over the top. And then for this one, I actually have this fermenting kit. So with this one, I just put this in here, goes down in here, and then I'll fill this up with water, and it will just keep bubbling over, and it will only let the air out. It won't let it, oops, I gotta put this in. So always tricky with that weight in there. I gotta really stick it down. It will only let the air out. It will not let the air in. So I like this fermenting kit. It works great. But if you don't want to buy one, I understand, because I only have 2 of these, and I actually, the other lid was being used, so I will show you other ways you can do it too. We're really gonna get this screwed on because that weight is sticking up. So hang on here. I think the last time I stuck the weight upside down, if I remember correctly. Let me try it that way. Yes, I did. I know it was a little bit of a pain to dig that out. Yeah, that's what I did. I stuck it upside down. It's a little bit of a pain getting it out, but look at there, it worked. Okay. And then I had to push that down to stick it in. All right, so that's how we do that one. All right. Okay, then I'm gonna have to work on that. I remember there's a way to do that. Anyway, so this one, I'm gonna do the carrots. I'm just not thinking clearly today, but it's okay. So this one, I'm gonna do the carrots. So for this one, I'm gonna put a piece of ginger, fresh ginger slice, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic, because who doesn't love ginger and garlic together? And then I'm going to put some carrots. Now these carrots, I just sliced them. Now with carrots, I do it several different ways. Sometimes if they look great and they're just pulled from the garden, I'll just wash them, scrub them really good, and I'll leave the skins on because there's so much nutrition in the skin. Sometimes, if I feel like it, I'll peel them. I'll use the skin. Save the skins, you guys. I'll use the skins. There's several things you can do with the skins. You can make carrot skin pesto, carrot skin chips. I can make those in the future. But these ones, the skins, were growing sprouts, which is why I had to do it today. So I did not save the skins. I will put them in my composter. If you guys have livestock, you can feed them to your chickens, things like that. But there is so much vitamin C in the skins. Like, it's so, I mean, you still get beta carotene, vitamin A, all kinds of goody things in the regular carrots. But there is a lot in the skins. So I'm going to put another fresh ginger in there. I'm going to put some more garlic. And some more carrots. You can also add fresh herbs, things like that. I used the fresh herbs that I had in my stew the other day, so I need those herbs to get growing out there, I tell ya. All right, and then I'm going to do another fresh ginger piece, some more garlic. And these are going to be delicious. So it's just nice to have such a great variety. Then you can just have a couple tablespoons with each meal. I love it. This will be probably about the perfect amount for the carrots. So I'm just going to pack these down here. And then I'll do one more of the ginger, a little bit more garlic, and then a few more carrots here. All right, I'll try to get all these in. So now for this one, what I'm going to do is not use that. And I am going to put the liquid in. So this is if you don't have a fermenting kit. I have to rethink how I use that with the... Okay, so that is with the liquid. And then the weight. So I'm going to put the weight down, push it down. I might have had a little bit too much liquid in there. Put a little bit in there. Put the weight down. Still a little bit too much liquid, but that's okay. I'd rather more than not enough. And then I'm going to do it the way I did the applesauce. I'm going to take a coffee filter. I'm going to put it over the top. You can use either a rubber binder or you can use a lid here. I'm going to use the rubber binder. And how this goes is it ferments for about anywhere between 5 and 10 days in a room temperature. Even a little warmer is fine. So if you don't have air conditioning, that's fine too. And so what I like to do is after about 5 or 6 days, I like to taste it because I am not a huge fan of like sauerkraut. You know, if you buy sauerkraut in the store, I'm not a huge fan of it. Homemade fermented foods, it has a little bit of a sour taste to it, but it's not so sour that, I mean, you could feed it and some people wouldn't even know it's fermented. So you taste it. If it's not as sour as you like, you let it go a little bit longer. It doesn't hurt it. So usually after about 5-6 days, it's kind of how I like it. So I put one of these plastic like lids on it, and then I just put it in my fridge. It keeps in your fridge for months and months, a year, you know, about 6 months to a year. So, you know, that's great. So same with the green beans, you know, after 5 to 10 days, you know, taste it, see if it's where you like it. You can keep it going if you don't. So that is how I ferment these foods. I'm going to get another jar and get one more jar of green beans. I'm happy about that. So yeah, so that's how I do mine. Your fermented foods, they're a great way to use up your produce. You can, you know, if you buy your produce at the farmer's market, if you grow your own, you know, just do whatever you can to try to get some good vegetables, good fermented foods in you, you know, even once a day. I've been trying to do it with each meal. Right now, I'm just doing my best to get this bone broth in. So, yeah. So, yeah, I just think it's so beneficial. So if you like this video and subjects like it, you know, please like and share and subscribe. It really does help my channel. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Let me know of any other things you'd like to see. And just be blessed. Have a great day. And thanks so much for watching. Bye.